All right, Shalom. Start first by giving all praise and glories to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and feed the flock. And greetings and salutations and blessings to the elect and those that forge the truth and help the elect and help the truth. Shalom. Basically, there's been a lot of bullshitting by, in particular, IUIC, who doesn't want to call on the name of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. They'd rather say, Most High Christ bless, which is madness, because our people, like brother's been saying, our people have had Christ and Most High and all of that, and not using the name for decades and centuries, It's been timeless. That has gotten us nowhere. But in the power of the name Yahweh is what all this links to. So, brothers brought out many different scriptures. They got in particular, they're saying the name's not important, but it's actually vital to this word. This word is unlocked through the name. That's one of the first things of milk, so-called, that you must know, that will unlock the rest of the mysteries of the Bible. In truth and sincerity, wait, let me get that right quick. Let me just pull this script right quick. This is St. John chapter 4. I'm gonna start at 4 and 23. It says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. And the truth is, he has a name that is known among the earth now. And it's in his correct spirit. It's not Jesus. It's not anything that's smeared up with Jesus or anything like that. Nothing that's contaminated with the worldly ideas of who Yahweh, who is the Most High God, why Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai, which is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, or hard-headedly, in IUIC's case, calls Jesus. Because we've been, here at Great Millstone, we've been thoroughly edifying the flock of Israel on the name. We push that name, we praise that name, we call on that name, we exalt that name. We do that probably more than any other group out there. We keep flooding the internet with the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The names Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father Yahweh in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High God, Yahweh, is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So him having an image, him having a name, those are true things that you must acknowledge, and exalt, especially his name. You must exalt his name, because his name hasn't been exalted like many brothers have brought out, and apostles and elders have also brought out. Start here in a couple spots. Proverbs 30 start. Another page. Proverbs 30 and 4. It says, who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Now this is basically describing the Most High God. Yahweh is describing it. Right? It said, who has ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? That's a clue. So it's important to know the name. It's vital to unlock this truth, because who can do those things? Who's able to ascend into heaven or descend, gather the waters with a fist? Who's able to create the world or speak the word and have the world created, you know, to at his command? Who's able to do that? You know, he is. He exists. You know, that's who is. And in the Hebrew, that he exists is Yahweh. You know? Yeah, but his name is vital to this truth. So when you the point of it is when you see or when you hear of or when you learn anything out of the Bible, whether it be the law or just wisdom in general, it all connected because he is. Because he created it from a where's the eternal Godhead spirit at? Let me think. I think it's back here. Bear with me for a second, Elkin. Please. Romans. Romans the first chapter. Find it real quick. Yeah, right here. Romans chapter 1. Yeah. I'm starting 19, and I think 20 is the point. It says, because that which may be known of the Most High God is manifest in them. How's it manifest in them? Through the wisdom, or manifest into his warnings, and then into the wrath that comes on those that don't follow his wisdom. Because and that's why his name is to be exalted, because he chose Israel and delivered unto Israel the righteous ways of wisdom to live by. You know, because only he could, from his perspective or from his position, give unto us that don't know anything that guidance or that instruction to deal wisely upon the earth, to deal wisely with the earth, to deal wisely with each other. You know, and in that he wants to be praised and called upon. You know, in his name. Because if we say God, there's many gods. There are many gods. You know, some would want to believe and then believe only on this level that man themselves are gods. But there are many gods. You know, there's all these other powers, whatever people give power to. But the Most High gave the Israelites the power, starting with the men. The angels have power. Yahweh Shai has power. Kings have power. You know, but the Most High God, Yahweh, he's the ultimate power. He's the Most High. He has the most power. He controls all the power that's given out and the power that's displayed, whether it be through Mother Nature, you know, so-called Mother Nature, or force of the elements, you know. But that's all from Yahweh. He's the one that can gather the wind in a fist and throw it at you and create a hurricane. He can drop water from the sky, you know, and flood the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. You know, he can do those things. Anyway, it says, because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them, for the Most High has shown it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. You know? Being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So there's no reason to not know that there is a higher power, that there's an ultimate higher power, you know, on the earth. And in that higher power shows his wisdom, and his name is what unlocks that. Because when we call upon his name, that's how we get, matter of fact, let me get that right quick. We call upon his name, that's where we get our petitions unto him answered, you know? And no other nation has that. And I'm going to read this, Deuteronomy 4 and 7, it says, "For what nation is there so great, who has the Most High Yahweh so nigh unto them, that the Lord Yahweh our God is in all things that we call upon him for." Yeah, we have to call upon him. That's why we say everything in his name. In the name of Yahweh, we call upon Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We can't call him Yo Play Yogurt and Most High God blessing Christ and whatever else. It has to be in his name. That's what puts the stamp on it. That's what sends, that hits send on the email, so to speak. You know, you can write up an email all you want, or you can request all you want, but if you don't submit it, if you don't hit the send button, then it never gets to him. You know, you can, because if you don't put an address on the envelope, you don't know where to go. You know, and that's the simplicity and the carnality of these IUIC guys, man. And all you other Israelite groups, not just them, all you other Israelite groups that don't call on the name of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, the names of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. That goes for GOCC calling, or whoever that is, calling them Ahia and Yeshaya, whatever name that they, if it's anything other than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that goes for God and Yeshua and Yahweh and so on and so forth. You know, Most High is going to destroy you for not calling on his name. You know, and some of you that call on his name not going to be delivered either. Just because you know the name don't mean it's right. It takes all these things, it takes his law and his wisdom connected for you to call upon his name. You know, and practicing his law and having faith that his law and his name is going to lead you to salvation. You know, what nation? It says, I'm reading again. For what nation is there so great, Israel, Yasharallah, the sons of the Most High God, Yahweh, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our God, as in all things that we call upon him for. There's no other God on the earth made up by man or whatever that can get their prayers answered. You know, only Yahweh answers prayers, answers our prayers in his name through Yahweh Shai. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? That's how you know he is, or he exists, that the creator of the planet gave us the blueprint on how to deal in the planet. That these statutes, laws, and commandments come from a higher source to help to give you, and it's through wisdom. The wisdom is what his statutes, laws, and commandments are based in. You know, so that's how you know that it's from a higher power, from a creator. If I created a video game or whatever, a game controller or something, yeah, I'm gonna know the right ways to use it. You know, I'm not gonna be like, well, I created it, I don't know how to use it. I'm gonna know as I'm creating it. I'm gonna know what everything is for. I'm gonna know how to use it, and then when I have to teach the next person how to use it, I'm gonna give specific instructions on the best ways to use it and not to misuse it. You know, for you gamers or whatever, throwing a controller down is not an intended way for that PlayStation or Xbox or whoever intended for you to use the controller. It's to press the buttons in a certain combination to achieve the game that you're playing. You know, in a certain combination. That's the way it's intended to be used. Well, the Most High is the same way with his planet, with everything in life. He has specific instructions on the best way to do it. Only the Creator can do that, and that's how we know there's a Creator, because he is. It's in the answers within his name. So when you reverence his name, you reverence the power that gave you the instruction to fulfill the law, or to practice the law, so to speak, rehearse the law. To that you acknowledge that the law is perfect in the sight of wisdom upon the earth. All right, let me go into Job, yeah. Going to Job. Book of Job, chapter 38, and we'll start at 4. It says, where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Yeah, where were you when he created the foundations of the earth? You know, when that was created. Well, that's the same blueprint that he set up for us to live by. Just like I used the analogy of a video game controller, it's the same thing when he set the earth. He knows it because he was there. He knows the best intentions of it because he was there. By the way, so was Yahweh Shai. That's why he was able to fulfill it perfectly. He was able to use that wisdom from the creation to live as a man upon the earth perfectly, because he understood that the instruction came from the Father, and he knew how to deal wisely upon the earth. You know, because it came from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh himself, through his Spirit. It says, verse 5, who has laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest, or who has stretched the line upon it? These are questions saying none of y'all know these answers but me, because I'm the creator. As brother said, the Most High boasts, you know, of himself, because he has to. Just like Jake boasts when they the baddest rapper, the baddest fighter, baddest boxer, or whatever. Jake boasts, you know, the same way the Most High is boasting, but he's boasting on a whole nother level. You know, he's boasting from a standpoint of I created all of this. Don't come in here and try to act like you know how to figure this out. I did this. That's why it says, who has sought counsel, but not of me. You know, people go out there and they seek counsel, but not of the Most High. A homeless man asked me the other day, hey, you know, you think I can get $1? I was like, I ain't got it, but guess what? You asking the wrong person. Don't ask me. Ask the Most High God for that $1. He'll give it to you if he feels you deserve it. So also don't just ask, but do something deservingly to receive it. Anyway, to digress back, it says, whereupon the foundations thereof fastened, or who laid the cornerstone thereof? You know, who did that? Only the Most High God Yahweh did that. He created Yahweh Shai and allowed him to do that. Because I create you, now you go do that. I'm going to sit back and chill. All right, I also had, Exodus 20. 20. And it's crazy. I wrote this down and then I watched the video. The apostle brought it out, but it is what it is, man. That's what the apostles do. That's what this word does. I'm sure before he did it, another brother probably through the Spirit did it, you know, and will be continued to be brought out. And the 10 is Exodus 20. I'm gonna start up at 5. It says, Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord Yahweh, am a jealous God, a jealous power, right? Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children of the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Because it just leads to wisdom when you follow his statutes, laws. It's just a wise way to deal and live. For things we don't even understand, he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to follow if we ever came across that. You know? Like the rape thing. It's not that we rape, it's about if rape was ever an issue, whether with ourselves or with someone else, or with women or whoever the situation is, we know how to deal. It's just a wise way. He gave us instruction on every situation upon the earth. You know, that's in his statutes, laws, and commandments. And when you break those, certain penalties and consequences happen. If he was, you know, and I try not to say this in a blasphemous way, you know, or when it doesn't come across that way. But if he chose to be perverse like Esau or something, you know, homosexual, if he made homosexuality righteous, then we would have to deal with what he figured was righteous. But because he's the creator, he can set up how he wants. But he just set up the wise way to do the planet Earth. How to deal up on the planet Earth. You know? Anyway, it says, showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not make the name of thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Don't take it empty. Don't just be throwing it around like it's nothing. That's why it was not, like in the Apostles video I watched this morning, it wasn't well known. It was known, but amongst a select few on the earth back in the time of in Genesis and so on and so forth. There's only a few that it was known by, you know. And it really was the Israelites, you know, the sons of the Most High, sons of God, not the sons of men and not the sons of the wicked. They had the name as the Adamites, you know, because they were. That's what stood out to him, that they were dealing righteously on the earth, and they were fewer in number at that time than everybody else upon the earth. So it says, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God Yahweh in vain, for the Lord Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Jump down on the one that he read. Now that was what I wanted. Yeah, that was what I wanted. Now Joel chapter 2. Yeah, Joel chapter 2. Excellent script right here. Joel chapter 2. I'm going to start down at 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. How will you know that I'm in the midst of Israel? Like we read back in matter of fact, let me go back and hit that point. I didn't actually hit that point. And yeah, in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6, it says, therefore, and it said, keep therefore and do them. It says, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, because it comes from Yahweh. You know, we have a guide or a leader or a power, a father, so to speak, well, a father that gives us great instruction. A child, well, you can see when kids today, you know, grew up with a good father or a good male figure, because they carry themselves differently than kids that are raised strictly by their mothers, you know. And even if the mother had a decent father and they are an only child, you can see the difference then also. You know, you can see that young man or that boy growing up to be a man, or in the direction of growing into being a man. You know, it says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people, because we have the name of Yahweh, because we have Yahweh that gives us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to deal wisely upon the earth. And whoever created the earth is the only one that's going to know those secrets or those wise ways, you know, and they're written in this book, in the statutes, laws, and commandments, and throughout the scenarios played out in this book. Anyway, back in Joel, it says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord Yahweh, your power, and none else. You know, there's no, I'm for Israel only, and there is no other God for Israel. I'm only here for Israel, and there's no other God that's for Israel. And eventually, when the day of the Lord happens, and we cleanse the earth of all the filth, there won't be any other gods either. No idols or none of that. We're gonna clean the earth of idols even. It says, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. Only Yahweh could do that. He's gonna make that. He's the only one that can speak from prophecy. That's why we hold such a important role, but coveted role. Because to say something, to be a history teacher ain't nothing. But be a teacher of the future, a prophet, somebody that speaks of the future, and it come to pass, that's a special role. Only the Creator could give you that, to say something before it happens, because they already know the scenario. That's why brothers always use the analogy of being a director of a movie. He knows the beginning, middle, and end of the movie. The audience never gets to know that until they watch the whole movie. But he knows the beginning. He knows all the intricate parts of the beginning, middle, and end before it ever gets to the end of the movie. He knows what he wants to accomplish through the whole movie. That's how the Most High God is. It says, and also, verse 29, it says, and also the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. Those days are coming. He can prophesy that, and those are still prophetic. Those things haven't fully happened yet. So he can be a prophet to tell you the things before, because he is the Most High, because he exists. The power that created this all exists, and that's within his name, Yahweh. So faith in the law and faith in these prophecies all lead to faith in his name, that he is, or he exists. So you can't separate him and who he is and what he is and that he exists from the things that he spoke about, because you have to call on his name, and his name is what unlocks all those things for you to be able to understand martial law, the mark of the beast, chip, and so on and so forth. America being destroyed. That the chariots are so-called UFOs today that will save the elect. The 2/3 will perish here and come back in the kingdom. That's all encapsulated in his name, Yahweh. He is, because he said that's how he wanted it to go down. And if because he has the power to do it, he's opening up our eyes to see him unfold that. Verse 31, the sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord Yahweh come. And he's going to send Yahweh Shai to execute that day, his day, the day of the Lord. Verse 32, and it shall come to pass. He said, and this will happen. It hasn't happened yet, but and this will happen, that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. So you have to call on the name Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the name of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, to be delivered. And not everybody's going to do that, because he didn't want everybody to do that. That's why all Israel isn't prophesying. That's why every servant and handmaid and daughter and son, will be out there prophesying. Only the elect. Well, even some others that were called will be out there doing it also. Anyway, it says, in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord Yahweh hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord Yahweh shall call. So that was that. Isaiah. Yeah, I seen this one last night on the comment board. This brother brought out a heater. Yeah, man. But I mean, it's written in here, so we all are privy to these precepts and scriptures, because they're in here. They're in the book, And as a body, brothers bring these things out. See which one I wanted in particular, because there was a few in here. Bear with me, brothers, bear with me, because there was a very good point in this that I wanted to touch, but I think there's a little bit more in there. Yeah. Yeah, right here, verse 5. No. Verse 3. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. It says, well, it'll be spiritual money. Anyway, it says, but not literal cash or money. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause. Now therefore, what have I here? But that was for we got oppressed and put into Egypt for purposes. It was to show his power in Egypt the first time, to show that he exists, and he has a chosen people. You know, to prove his choice and to prove that he exists, which is his name, Yahweh. It says, now therefore, what have I here, saith the Lord Yahweh, that my people is taken away for naught? They that rule over them make them to howl, saith the Lord Yahweh, and my name continually every day is blasphemed. They're giving power to a different name. Most High Christ blessed, calling him, addressing him by a title, but only his title when you should know his name. Thinking that your prayers will be answered when even though you don't call upon his name. That's blasphemy. You need to call on that name. That's the stamp on everything that he's about. Is his name. Because that alone, knowing that he exists, that's why there's agnostics and atheists out there, especially the atheists. You know, because they act like you don't, atheists in particular act like you don't exist. So that's almost like a form of agnosticism by IUIC. We don't know the name, so we're gonna just act like there's, because we don't understand the breakdown of the name, we're gonna act like, there's not a real name. But everything in this book, all the statutes, laws, and commandments, and you being a Hebrew Israelite, is all connected to his name, because he spoke these things for these people to be who they are today, to do the things that he said for them to do, and to receive the glory, the power, the covenants, and everything else that goes with his promises in the kingdom of heaven. So your faith, the foundation of your faith has to start with the name, because it unlocks the mysteries. That's why y'all don't have the RFID breakdown. That's why y'all don't have the prophetic breakdown. That's why y'all push law, all carnality. That's why y'all aren't spiritual. It says, verse 6, therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know that in the day that I am he that doeth speak, behold, it is I. You will know that I am Yahweh, because I gave my people the name. I gave you prophecy. I gave you these statutes, laws, and commandments that'll deal wisely, that you'll be able to deal wisely upon the earth with. Matter of fact, let me grab this right quick while I'm thinking about it. Isaiah 33:5, it says, the Lord Yahweh is exalted. It says, for he dwelleth on high, he has filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. Yeah, and right now, it's not all you Israelite groups, it's not all the 2/3, man. Right now it's in great millstone, and those under the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Because that's all GMS is. It's a doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And it's just called out by that, by Great Millstone or GMS. So brothers that's underneath that, or a few sisters or whoever that's out there that's underneath that, they're in the doctrine of truth. And it's going to prove to be the doctrine of truth because, it's going to say it right here. And and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Yep, and because the knowledge and wisdom, when you aren't able to fulfill something, and whether you are or not, you should always call on the name. But when you call on the name, you know how many times I've been pulled over in this truth, and I called on the name and got out of it. There's times that they should have took me and the car, and we all should have went to jail, into the impound or whatever. But every time I've called on him, he's He's got me out of it, you know. And I just repeat over and over, you know, Baba Kushal, you know, let me get out of this, and you know. And sometimes I got a ticket, sometimes I got off with a warning, you know. And sometimes it leads you to other things, you know. Sometimes there's scourges for your amendment, sometimes there's a trying of your spirit, you know. But that's all to make your character better. It says, and knowledge and wisdom shall be the strength, shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. Yeah, the reverence and respect that you have for the Most High God, that's the treasure. You know, that's what we hold dear and close. You know, that's going to be the password or the code word for salvation when that day comes. If you're not calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in that day, you ain't going to get salvation, man. Because you say, what if the elect don't have a name yet? Well, they'll have it when the time comes to have it. Quit making excuses, because all of you that are sincere and are of the elect that's in these other groups that's not calling on the name, by the time it's time to get up out of here, y'all gonna be able to call on the name. And some of you that once had the name is gonna be taken away from you. Yeah, that was all I want. I'm gonna read that again. Therefore my people shall know my name, therefore they shall know that, and shall know in that day that I am he that doeth speak. Behold, it is I. I am Yahweh. I am. He is. He exists. I exist. Because in function of language, from his perspective, it would be I. He will speak from I. But we will know that he is. He exists. What else I have? Oh yeah. The famous scripture that they try to disprove the scripture, the name with. You gotta touch on that. Psalm 138. Psalm 138. Yeah, Psalm 138 says, I will praise thee with my whole heart. Therefore the powers will I sing praise. Before the powers will I sing praise unto thee. That was a song of David. It said, I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise the name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. Yeah, thy loving kindness and truth, thy mercy that the Most High gave us, all of that, we don't deserve it, but his loving kindness and his mercy, right? And his truth, bringing us back to him, that we are the children of Israel. You know, all that's within his name. Like, how can you have a tribe of Judah without Yahweh? How can you have a tribe of Judah, which is in the Hebrew, Yahweh Da? How can you have that without Yahweh? When it says the Most High praise, or Most High thanks. You know, you thanks to the Most High, or praise to the Most High. You know, to Yahweh. It says, I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise thy name for the loving kindness and for thy truth, for thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. Well, they go hand in hand. What magnifies his word, the reason his word is magnified, his name is magnified over, and let me see how it's phrased, for thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. Because the truth in his word and the wisdom that goes therein, the key word to unlock it is his name. Because through what his actions, whether he brought us out of Egypt, whether he created the earth, whether he gave us the wisdom on how to deal upon the earth, it only leads back to proving that he is, or he exists, which his name is Yahweh. And that's what that means. It leads right back to that. You know, that's why that's magnified, you know, over thy name. Because his works prove who he is. And his works are things like bringing us out of all these captivities, you know, the prophetic dream, destroying our enemies, saving the remnant of the people, bringing us back unto him by his son, Yahushai. You know? Yeah, that's all I wanted on that. Add a couple more scripts and we're going to close out. Book of Acts. 3. Acts chapter 3. Yeah. Acts 3:16. And his name, through faith in his name, has made this man strong. And his name, he is. Because he said, hey, I will, let me think of where it said it at. Yeah. Basically in Job, the 4th chapter, it was talking about, let me grab it right quick just to hit the point properly. It says, remember, Job 4:7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent. Even Yahushua wasn't innocent when he perished. He was innocent as Yahushua, but he was guilty from a previous life when he was Solomon. So he had to pay for those sins pursuant to Hebrews, the 7th chapter, the 27th verse. You know? So he had to pay for those sins, and he was the lamb to be sacrificed unto all Israel, to bring them back to the Most High. That was the adoption at that moment. That sacrifice when he was killed was to atone for all Israel's sins, to bring them back unto Yahweh. Because he said that, and he had prophecy that he said that, it is to come true. And that's the validity of what it is. And that's the validity of what it is for him to be Yahweh. You know, that his works are proven. You know? Anyway, back in 16, and his name through faith, because all you know of is his works. You know, we, like it said in Romans, the 1st chapter, is made known unto all the earth by his works, basically. You know, because only his eternal power and Godhead, you know, only from that perspective could you understand that something that great would be could be a higher power, that could be a God, the Most High God. You know, that man couldn't do all these natural disasters and only do certain things to certain people and so on and so forth. And then you're going to see the way we know partially because of how low the Negro, Latino, and Native American is in America today, especially, but upon the earth today is, and how gifted the Negro, Latino, and Native American is. The real Israelites really are on the earth today. How are they so gifted, but they're in such a low state? That can only be the Most High, because he said that. That can Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. And then we'll rise up and be kings and priests on the earth again, as we're beginning that calling process now, and Lord willing, a chosen process that we'll all be, you know, that we will be a part of. Anyway, it says, and his name, through faith in his name, hath made this man strong, whom ye see and know, yea, the faith which is by him have given him this perfect soundness in the presence of you all. Yeah, because that's that confidence that in the faith that he's expressing within, because of the name of Yahweh. You know, that's what we exuberate when we break down and chop you down with this name. You know, this word, what you got, we put that millstone on your neck. You know, we give you the hard way of this word. We give you the nastiness of the scriptures. We give you it all. That's how you know it's from Yahweh. You know, that's why we say we have 100% truth. And our doctrine is the doctrine of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Because only it comes from that perspective when we always give reverence and respect back to the Father through the Son. You know? Yeah, and then the final script brother brought out, I picked it up. I had to pick it up. Brothers drop great scripts, man. And, you know, and we all a body, so if a brother has information in a different part of the body and you get it and you can receive it, hey, use it. That's what it's there for. I'm gonna start at verse. This is Psalms chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "The Lord Yahweh will be a refuge for the oppressed." You know, he will be in this Bible. The word refuge means a stronghold, something that will protect you, or somewhere, you know, to take shelter, so to speak. For the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. and they that know my name will put their trust in thee. Those that know it will put their trust in thee. It says, for thou, Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord Yahweh. How do you sing praises? By calling on his name and thanking him and uplifting and exalting his name. The name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's how we sing praise unto his name. Among other righteous ways. It says, put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord Yahweh, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings. Because in his doings is how you know that he is or he exists, which goes back and connects him back to the name. And how do you acknowledge that he exists? By his doings, by calling on his name. So Lord willing, man, this lesson is edifying unto you, brothers. You know that the point of this you know, whatever information or whatever level of information that came out of it, whether it built you up, whether it, you know, it opened up your mind to certain things, just when you were edified in this lesson. Always give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well over the flock. And greetings and salutations and blessings unto the elect and those that help the elect and forward the truth. Shalom.